I never understood why the left was so hysterical about Citizens United. I mean, I think there's a legitimate question about whether or not we have too much corporate spending in our politics. But the idea that corporate spending in our politics would go away based on some regulation or the other, I think people who make that argument don't understand how fungible and easy it is to spend money on politics. I think if we want to cut corporate influence and spending in our politics, we should get the government out of the economy and make it so that large corporations and other moneyed interests don't have to care all that much about policy in the first place.
So I'm going to ask you this, and I'm not like setting you up for some weird tirade. It's a legitimate question. Do you think the Republican Party could exist without Citizens United?
Yeah, I do. I mean, look, I think if you look at the vast majority of large corporations, I mean, they recognize that they have political risk to manage. They spend money across the aisle. I don't, and in a two-party system where both parties have an incentive of crafting large coalitions that can win elections, I think they're just going to adjust to make sure they can keep people happy. So I don't think it actually matters too much in terms of
I was
partisanship.
going to go a different direction with that. I mean, I remember the sort of line of attack at the time was how come the Washington Post gets to spend unlimited money, formulating people's political opinions, but Sears Roebuck or Gillette razors can't. And with the sort of traditional media being so hostile to conservatives, uh, you know, pumping money into something to counterbalance that seems like it would be a necessity.
I mean, look, we saw after January 6th, there was all that pressure on corporations that, oh, you shouldn't spend money on the Republican Party until they change or whatever. I mean, how long did that last? I think at the end of the day, um, there are real world interests to manage. Both parties are in the game for better or worse. I'm skeptical there's going to be much of a partisan impact.